Today at 10:44 a.m., the Claremore Public Schools at the high school received a anonymous and as of yet unconfirmed bomb threat to that campus and some other locations that involved school campuses. The school started a response and notified our school resource officer, who then contacted us here at the PD, and we started a response protocol as well. Keeping in mind, in light of all the recent events, the most important thing for us to do today is to ensure that our kids are kept safe. Part of the response protocol was to initially just to get everyone as safe and lock things down where nobody got to get themselves in further danger or harm. And then we started a plan to evacuate students out to safe locations and then to pickup points. We're now at that stage in the game where we will advise students and parents of pickup locations for their students. We'll announce that shortly. But I first want to say that it is my duty and goal as the Chief of Police of the City of Claremore and our staff to ensure that kids are kept safe in their homes, in the city, and at our schools. I want to also commend the Claremore Public Schools and their administration and their staff for taking necessary precautions to ensure that in these chaotic moments of one situation like this initially develops, they took the initial steps to ensure that everyone's safety was paramount. As you can understand, there's a lot of chaos and confusion when something like this comes in. They done a really good job of ensuring that your students were kept safe. I also want to let people know that this is a criminal offense. We're going to do what we can within our power to ensure that this person is found and brought to justice. You know, we simply cannot tolerate these threats on our students and on our facilities and on our citizens. And we can't tolerate this disruption to the learning environment of our students. So we're going to ensure as police officers and Claremore Police that we do what we can to locate this person that filed this threat. Meantime, we're out doing what we do inside the schools. We have now started to go through the school buildings themselves and render those facilities safe via technology and use of canines to detect any possible threat that might be there, i.e. a bomb or other device. Again, I want to caution parents that it's out of an abundance of caution that we've taken these measures. This is, I won't say it's an unconfirmed report, but it's unsubstantiated as of yet. So, abundance of caution, we have taken a lot of measures. It's been distracting for the students from their learning environment. It's been disruptive to the parents. I know as a parent, if you receive that phone call, your primary safety is your child. We take that to heart and understand that's important to everyone. So we've done what we can to ensure that your kids are safe initially, that they're taken to a location where you can safely pick them up. We'll announce those locations shortly. But again, I commend the Claremore Public Schools, all of our law enforcement partners that have helped us and are currently on the ground in the buildings, now searching the buildings that have been secured of all the children and personnel. They're on the ground now searching those. We will ensure that every campus in the Claremore Public School gets touched today and into the night to make sure that they're rendered safe for your children to return to school at such time that Claremore Public Schools announces that they will release and open the campuses back up to students. I'm going to allow Ms. Brace from the public schools to speak, and then after her, Deputy Chief Cox will announce the locations for pickup. Thank you.
There's not much I can add to that. We did receive a bomb threat by phone earlier today, and obviously our first priority is the safety of our staff and our students, and therefore immediately they were evacuated to safe locations, and we've turned it over to the authorities, which are currently searching those locations to make sure it will be safe to re-enter. We take every threat we receive seriously and are following our established procedures. Parents will be able to pick up their kids at the designated safe locations. Students can also remain at these locations until the end of the school day if they are not able to be picked up by their parents, and the buses will run as normal and we will return your kids safely at home. Then students, drivers, the ones that are 16 and over, can also leave the school at their discretion. Deputy Chief Cox will now give you the locations of where you can pick up your students.
Now, I'll try to say these slow. I would let everybody know that this same information is available at the Claremore Police Department's Facebook page. But the Northeast Technology Center, which is located at 1901 North Highway 88, will be the pickup site for Westside Elementary and Catalay Elementary. First Baptist Church, which is located at 107 East Will Rogers Boulevard, will be the pickup site for Claremont Elementary and Stuart Rusa Elementary. The Claremore Public Library at 1515 North Florence Avenue will be the pickup site for junior high students as well as some high school students. The Claremore Community Center at 2301 North Sioux Avenue will be the pickup site for the additional high school children. Alternative learning was not bused, and any pickup from alternative learning can be made from that school. The address is 102 West 10th Street. Any high school age Project KEEP students can be picked up at New Hope Church of God, located at 1904 North Sioux Avenue. And we'd like to reiterate, we are encouraging parents, if they can, to pick up their students, but if they can't, there will be teachers and police officers at each of these sites. Any questions?
What did the person sound like on the phone who called in the threat? Was it an adult or a child?
From what I understand, I don't know if it was an adult or a child, but our initial reports as it was a person trying to disguise their voice. They made I won't call it a vague threat of a bomb. They did list the high school as one of the locations, and then just various elementary schools. We are going to try to locate this person. They did call from a block number. It just came into the main line at the Claremore High School, and at that time we were notified.
So some secretary just answered this call?
That is actually exactly right. It was a secretary, I believe, in the attendance office that took this call. She let her administrators know. Our school resource officer was brought in to the loop, and we were all notified, and that was the response.
A lot of the parents were kind of confused that there were threats on buildings, but the students had to shelter inside. Is that just because it was raining, or?
Well, part of that is there were certain students that were evacuated to off-site locations. Some of our elementary schools, through their procedure, they went to a shelter in place in one large area, which was the gymnasium. But other students were taken off school grounds when there was no safe location that they could find. So there was some sheltered in place, but in one location until we could get school buses there, and the other ones were, they walked off-site to various locations where they were met with by law enforcement and school teachers.
Are you all, compared to other departments, I mean, you're kind of smaller, are you having to call in other jurisdictions to help you sweep all these buildings?
And thank you, because I wanted to say, but yes, we have members of the Oklahoma Highway Patrol bomb team, along with their canines. Tulsa Police Department's members of their bomb team with their canine officers. Rogers County Sheriff's Office is assisting us. Members of the District Attorney's Office investigators are assisting us. So yes, the Claremore Fire Department has been assisting us at our pickup locations. So yes, you know, we're not a large department, we're not a small department, but the resources that we were able to get in here and our partners in this area immediately came out, gave us all the help they could, and as of now, right before we started this, the bomb teams are starting to do their work. And now that we know the students are safe, there's no students left in any school at this point, now we can start trying to clear these buildings.
This was lunchtime for these kids. Are you all bringing in food, or I mean, I imagine it's just a day of singing songs and things like that, but this was mealtime. What's happening to them?
Yeah, the actual, the call came in at 10:44 approximately. This reaction, or this, what the schools did, was shortly after that, and that's when they got involved. I know the Claremore Fire has been in contact with the Red Cross to go out to our pickup sites and try to assist in any way, water, hot coffee for maybe the adults and the kids. And we have been in discussions about if this goes on for a long time, because we understand that some parents might not be able to pick up their children. Students and teachers will be at these sites along with police officers until normal schools, and then the buses can either take them home or their parents can pick them up at this site.
When I started walking home by myself in 4th grade, let's say I'm a 4th grader, I want to walk home, do I wait until the end of the day, or are you holding them until the parent comes, no matter what?
We will probably hold them until the end of the school day. till the
But
3
at the
o'clock.
end of, let's say normal school hours end, like, when do y'all get out, like 2:15, what'd you say?
Depending on the school, but around 3 o'clock.
So, let's say 3 o'clock comes, I'm a 4th grader who usually walks home. Will I be allowed to walk home then, or do I need to still stay there and wait for mom and dad to pick me up?
No, I do not know the answer to that question, but I will refer to my superintendent and find out the answer to that question for you.
Any other questions? All right, thank you all for coming.
Thank you.